instant combo. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. So happy to be filming today, y'all. Tell me why my ear won't pop. So like if I'm talking either super loud or super softly, I'm so sorry, my ear won't pop. So I've just been praying that it'll pop, but it's because I think the weather is changing in Texas. So be that as you may, I took my medication, my allergy meds and stuff, but we're about to go out. We're gonna see if we can make it to the thrift store. My older sister is also in grad school and doing a capstone project, so we've been going to the thrift continuously to get stuff for her project. But then anytime we go for her project, I always tag along because I'm also working on my capstone and some of the texts that I'm looking at are outdated. So that's what I was literally doing all morning. Started the morning with Bible time. I love just reading the parables that are in the Bible, and today in Luke, I think we were in chapter 12 or 13. We were reading parables, and I just love like hearing how Jesus spoke to them, but also knowing that like parables are a literary device that like you study and learn how to do is just insane when you think about the fact that like Jesus was saying them off the fly like that, and it's just so much divine creativity that like needs to be acknowledged. And I love talking about them, and like one day I really want to do a whole project about like the literary devices that are commonly seen in the Bible and like how we can learn from them, but also how to like readily identify them, because I love doing that. And it's so fun when I'm reading and then I go straight into capstone work from reading the Bible. I can always just see how intricate the English language is and how literally the Lord has his hand in everything. And it's just such a cool language, and I love researching. So I was researching and reading for my capstone all morning. Yesterday, actually, I met with a professor who's in the field that I'm writing about with like African American literature and things, and she was able to literally just like, by the grace of God, refine my project so much just by being like, well, you have that, write about that, like do what you're like interested in and like write about what really is like tugging at your heartstrings, but also like write about things in such a concise manner that it can't be critiqued for like the formalities of like how you're approaching the subject, but it'll just be like how you're exactly writing, if that makes sense. So it was just a really great conversation, and I'm just so grateful that the Lord pushed me to do that, because the way I really don't like scheduling meetings and talking to people about like professional stuff, just because I feel like I'm still finding my footing and I'm like, I don't want to like just waste their time. But it was actually such a fruitful meeting, so I just praise God for literally everything he's doing in my academic journey and personal life thereby, because the more I feel like I'm into my academics and I'm really like paying attention to the gifts God gave me, the better I am spiritually, because I'm truly like giving the Lord like every single assignment I take and every single thing that I do academic wise, which is a lot of my life recently. So I'm just feeling super blessed. But we're about to go, like I said, I think, to the thrift store and run some other errands. I also always like to go with my mom when she's going out, just because like it helps me get out the house, but also I don't be doing nothing else. I'm probably just gonna sit and read. So we're gonna go out. I got my outfit planned out, so I'm gonna talk to y'all after I get dressed real quick and show y'all the final fit. I'll show y'all my outfit, but I tried this Ruby Kisses lip therapy in cocoa butter, and I don't think I like it. I don't know, it feels oily. Like it does the job, but it feels oily on the lip. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't think I like that in a lip. Mind you, this is from the beauty supply store, and the beauty supply store has like my favorite lip treatments, but like let me know which y'all favorite lip treatment is, because this one I have in my work bag because I can just pop it on in the middle of the work day, but it also doesn't give you any white lines. But fit of the day, just have this gray tank on from Shein, shorts are thrifted, flannels thrifted, and then I have my New Balances on, but I'm actually in the process of ordering new shoes. I just actually purchased a another Converse, and it's supposed to be coming in today, so I'll have to show you guys those when they come in. Okay, y'all, we're grocery shopping and I brought this flannel for this sole reason. Aldi's is so cold every time we're in here. It's ridiculous, but it's like so hot outside. I don't get it, but I'm warm today. Back home and I want to show you guys what I got from the thrift store. We also went grocery shopping, and at the thrift store, y'all, that fruit of self-control was exercise, because I almost got a couple clothing items, but the more I thought about them, the more I was like, I am only getting this because it's a good deal, not because I'll wear it. And that's like, I feel like a con of thrift shopping is that you'll buy stuff because it's such a good deal that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't pass it up. But do you wear it is like the next follow-up question, and the answer was no. I found like some cute cardigans and tops and things, but I was like, I wouldn't naturally reach to buy, like, to wear those things, but I was about to buy them and I was like, actually, let me be wise in this financial decision. So all I ended up getting was books, but I got 2 Annabelle Monaghan books. Annabelle Monaghan is a like contemporary romance author who's known to be closed door. So closed door just means like before a spicy scene happens, it kind of fades to black and you don't get any details of the spice or anything. And I personally am comfortable with my convictions reading closed door, but I think sometimes it has to be done in a specific way, and Annabelle Monaghan does it in a way that like I feel comfortable reading, because there's like literally no detail. Some authors do closed door and it doesn't feel closed door at all. Like, we still get details and I'm like, no, I don't want the details at all. She does a really good job. So this one is summer romance. I think I read another one of her romances this summer. It was summer something. This is the summer romance that I read for her this summer. How many times am I gonna say summer? But I read this summer, and I also thrifted this book, so I think she just also has like the same type of covers, but like the fact that I've thrifted all these and have not paid wholesale for any of this, just a blessing. But this one I really liked, and I really loved the way she just like wrote the story, and I enjoyed it. I don't know, I felt like it was a good book. I was interested. Yeah, I just like the way she writes, so I got these two. Like this one, I was saying this one is a summer romance, but it's like about a professional organizer who like goes through a lot of crazy stuff in her life, and then this one is about I think a screenwriter who basically falls in love with a co-star. So both of them are like super fun, but all of these women in these books though are grown women. These are not YA, so I actually do love reading her too for that aspect, because I am a grown woman. I'm not a young adult, or I am a young adult, but like young adult, the genre is different than like young adult, like the age classification to me, because like young adult to me in books is like 16 to like 18, you know what I mean, versus like adult literary is usually like 21 and above, and I am 21 and above. So anyways, I got these 2 books and I'm super excited about them. And then I got a nerdy purchase. I got a literary anthology, but also my shoes came, so let's unbox the shoes. I'm super excited. Yay! I'm super excited. I didn't even tell you guys like what these shoes are supposed to look like, because I don't know how to describe them other than they're brown and they have cool detailing on them. So these are them. Sorry, brief interruption. We got pizza from Aldi and it's done. It was done in like 5 minutes, which was like crazy. These are the shoes. Let me try them on. Perfect, they fit. Okay, because I was like super scared that, because it looked narrow, that it was going to be too narrow, because it's not good to wear super narrow shoes. Your feet should be as flat on the ground as possible. My feet are really flat in this, so perfect. But like, wow, these are super cute, and I have big feet, so like if they look really big on my feet, it's because my feet are big, but I like them. And I want to style them with like long jeans, but I pray they're comfortable to walk in. They feel super comfortable just off rip. But these are my new shoes, and I love, like I said, the detailing of the brown. I don't have any brown shoes that I can just pop on, and the goal is to buy some more Converse, so buy a black pair, and I may buy a white pair, or a cream pair rather, but I really just loved the detail of like the cowhide and stuff on this, so super psyched about that. But it's currently almost, I think, 5 p.m. so I'm gonna knock out at least 2 to 3 hours on the additional work project that I've been doing. So yeah, because I didn't have work today, so I'm just gonna work on that, because like that's like a free kind of form project that I can work on whenever I have time. I just have to make sure I do it, so I'm gonna work on that today. Oh, I have $15 off of my next order of $50 plus, so I'm gonna make sure I use that, because it says it starts November 1st too, so I need to make sure I do that next month. But I'm gonna eat this pizza and log in to my work portal and stuff and work on that independent project. But super happy with the buys and purchases of today. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys probably tomorrow when I go in person in the office. That's also why I need to work on this work project. Okay, good morning guys. It's the next day. We're about to head to the office. Just finished getting ready. I read the Bible this morning too, per usual, but I've really been trying to concentrate and making sure that I get it in before I go into the office because I love morning Bible times. But this is my scent combo. But I read Luke this morning because y'all know I'm in Luke, and tell me why there was a verse that like I was like, like that's fire. I feel like that every single time I read the Bible, but this specific Luke verse was talking about how the Pharisees were loving things that the Lord like absolutely hated, and he was like, the world will applaud the stuff that the Lord is reviled by. And I was like, oh my gosh, like the world will applaud the stuff that the Lord is reviled by. Like the world will be like, oh no, this is good, and the Lord is like, ew, no, that is not in the goodness of my creation. That is not what I meant that for. Like, you guys are perverting what I'm creating and just like making stuff that I'm doing like in an image that is not of me. And I just read that verse and I was like, ooh, that is such a convicting verse. But it was just interesting because he's talking to the Pharisees, so like religious people, and he's telling them the world will celebrate the things that I am revolted by. He's telling them, but also he had just finished lecturing them about the love of money, because I never caught that detail where it said the Pharisees were like really money hungry, and like essentially the Pharisees really loved money. At the end of the day, they really loved them a coin. And I was like, that is so interesting to like know that like a part of being pharisaical in nature is your love of money, and how your love of money will trump the love of people. And I think also these past few chapters of Luke have been getting at that, is that the Pharisees loved money and status so much that they were disregarding what the cause of the ministry they were called into was, which is to heal the sick, spread the gospel to the poor, to like bring light back to people. But also I read earlier this week about like the saltiness, and oh my gosh, I've never read that verse like I did. Like it makes so much more sense to me because my Bible broke it down and said like to be the salt of the earth is to preserve and like purify. And so if you think of yourself as the salt of the earth, you should be preserving and purifying. And I was like, that is a beautiful description of what a Christian should be. They should be preserving people and their hearts and what the Lord has called them to do and to be, but they should be purifying people at the same time. Like that is why he tells us to be the salt of the earth, because Jesus was the salt of the earth. He was preserving people back to their natural and normal forms that he created them to be. But he was also purifying people, getting rid of their demons and their false ideologies. And it's just like when you really get deeper in the Bible and just start reading it over and over again to really make sure that your thoughts are becoming scriptural, because you know that's my goal, it just hit different. And the lessons are like, wow, that's such a like simple lesson and something to keep just in your mind. We're out of class and we stopped by the store because I want to get a winter quilt like so bad before winter comes and everything's like super expensive, because y'all know I have a fall quilt and I love it, so I want one for every season. Okay guys, we're back home. I changed into my workout clothes because I actually have not been working out on the days that I get home from class, and I need to start doing that because I feel like I sleep better when I work out. And I was just talking to my mom about that, about like how when I work out I just feel like I sleep better in general, but also I'm trying to be a lot more consistent with just like working out and having a set like nighttime routine, and working out as a part of my nighttime routine. But it was such a good day. It was a weird day, a lot of just stuff, but like the devil really, I feel like, throws stuff at you just like back to back to exhaust you. But we talked about it this morning. To be the light as a Christian is to preserve and purify, and I was just like, Lord, help me respond well, help me just preserve the blessings you've given me and not squander them, and just operating in impatience or whatever the case may be, frustration. So it was a good day, but I want to show y'all what we got from the store really briefly. I actually ended up changing the size that I got because I don't even know what size my bed is. I think it's a queen or full, I don't know, but the queen one was cheaper than the king because I know I don't have a king. So I ended up getting this quilt, but it is light like lavender and it has like candy canes and mistletoe I think on it, or holly. I'm not sure what this is called. But I was just telling my mom I wanted to start getting quilts for this season because after like talking to her, because she's reading Genesis and she really loves Genesis, after talking to her about like how she realized that the Lord literally distinguished like seasons, it's such a God wink now to like decorate for the season for me. And I just also love that memory's tied in with her and like just having a conversation about the Bible with my mom, because I talk to my mom about the Bible a lot, and so that's just like, I don't know, a cute meaningful memory to me that's also tied in with God and family, and I just want to honor that tradition now. So that's why I got this, because the current quilt I have on my bed is from the same place and literally it's just a fall themed quilt. So I was like, I need a summer and a spring quilt now, and I would just change my bedding every year to that quilt, because quilts are also actually pretty heavy duty. Like you can't really rip, you can rip a quilt, but you have to be doing a lot to rip a quilt. Like it was quilted, like you gotta be doing a lot, and it's also a lot easier to clean and wash because they're a lot thinner. And I actually don't often sleep underneath my blankets, and if I do, I have another blanket with me because I just like, I don't know, I think I don't like sleeping under my covers, so I don't have to worry about like feeling cold or anything at night because I usually sleep with another blanket as well. Does that make sense? I don't know. But then I got myself some tahine mango rings because I love these so much. I give myself 2 of these a day, and that's 8 grams of sugar. And actually like the recommended sugar amount a day, I think it's like 100 milligrams or something. That's so insane to me. I had 2 coffees today, and I don't know if you could tell, but like, so I can't eat that today because I'm well over the recommended 100 grams. But I'm like, that's actually so insane, and I need to watch out for that because you can have high cholesterol no matter how big you are, no matter how small you are. So I need to watch out for that. But I'm about to go work out before I end the night, but I wanted to make sure that I touch base with you guys. I need to watch Hairspray today. Y'all, I woke up, listen, I had such odd dreams last night. They were just really weird, stuff out of like Black Mirror, like really just weird. I think I've been maybe reading a little bit too much mystery YA, because like that's the way my dreams were, and I don't know what that's about. But we're up. Good morning. I literally listened to Good Father by Chris Tomlin and was on the verge of tears, because like some days you just need to listen to the lyrics of that song when he's saying like, you're a good father, that's who you are, and I am loved by you. And after I had them scary little dreams like that, like I needed that message. So good morning guys, we're about to do my Bible time. I had to handle a few work related things this morning, had to revise a new piece that's about to come out, so feeling really blessed, feeling really happy to be able to use my literary tools and my editing tools, because I love looking at a document and being like, this wrong, this wrong, this wrong. Like there's just such a strong sense of satisfaction of just like correcting grammar that I love. So we're about to read the word. Super excited. And also on the news, I have no idea what's going on, and I just pray over the news because like, what be happening? Also for class yesterday, I didn't even tell y'all, I went to a museum for class, so that was super fun. We got to literally just like talk about the pieces in the museum and then write about them. How cool is that? Like, I'm so blessed to be able to have like that experience. But I'm about to do my Bible time now. I just had some energy in me and was like, I want to talk to the girls real quick. But I don't even know what I call you guys. Like, I feel like y'all should be the love club, just because naturally, because originally y'all were pages of peace, which I was like, that's cool, but it didn't really feel like true to y'all. I feel like y'all the love club because y'all really are such a loving little community. Like, I feel like we always have great conversations. Yes, y'all are peaceful, but I feel like y'all are just like lovely individuals. And I feel like love club is just better than pages of peace, because I don't know, pages of peace, it's cute, it's poetic, but I like love club better. we are taking an hour break from work, and I'm going to then start up on my second additional work project, and that's gonna be it for work today. I also go in the office tomorrow, so it's just a work heavy week, but I usually finish this additional assignment on Tuesdays, and I didn't this Tuesday because I went out running errands with my family, which I don't regret, obviously, spending time with my family. So yeah, we're gonna read for a little bit just to get my eyes off the screen, and then back to work we go. Good morning, guys. We're on campus and I'm about to go get me a coffee because y'all, I feel sleep walking. I don't know why. I slept so well. I literally prayed before I slept and it was a really restful night, but I just feel sleepy. So I really do need a coffee today. I think I don't know if I want to try my normal caramel macchiato or if I just want to do a different coffee, because last time I was on campus I got a caramel macchiato and it wasn't good. And I also need breakfast food. I didn't pack lunch like I normally do. I'm just off my rocker, but I'm really sleepy today. So we're gonna pray together that the Lord gives me energy and he just helps us get through this day. Amen. Okay, y'all, I got an iced mocha and I went to get a breakfast burrito and I was like, can I take all the meat off the breakfast burrito? And she was like, no. And I was like, I'll just get a bagel. So I got a bagel and an iced mocha. Now that we have our coffee, we're gonna head into work. Hopefully I can talk to y'all afterwards. Whew. Okay guys, we are heading home. I'm running a little later than I usually do leaving the office today because I had to make sure that I scheduled everything, but I am so happy to finally wrap up the week because all I want to do is get home, listen to some worship, and read a good book. Don't log into socials and just vibe. All right, the switch up is insane, but we're back home and we ordered Chinese food, so we're gonna go pick it up. Fit check. Hey, as long as I'm comfortable because I'm about to chow down this Chinese food and read my book. I've been listening to worship in my head this whole time. We'll drive home.